What's up? Welcome to the channel where I talk, you listen. I'm Real Anonymous, and today on the Geekly Weekly, we break down everything happening in the world of the DCU. Today's topic is the upcoming Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow film. What we know, what's been confirmed, and what's still speculation, and why this movie might become one of the DCU's most important stories going forward. Let's go right into it. And, as always, I've got you covered. Okay, the DCU Supergirl movie is officially based on Tom King's story, Supergirl's Woman of Tomorrow. Everyone already knows this. You guys got the early leaks or whatever. All the information is out there right now. I'm just reiterating. This version of Kara Zor-El is very different from the one we've seen in animated versions or the CW TV shows. In the DCU, Kara grows up on a fragment of Krypton, watching her people die around her while she survives. Yikes. It shapes her into a harder, more emotionally distant version of the character. Not evil. Not evil by any means. Not cold. But someone who has lived through trauma and hasn't had the luxury of a peaceful childhood the way Clark did. This is important. This is very important because James Gunn has said that Supergirl will contrast strongly with Superman in personality and worldview. Obviously, if you've seen the Superman movie 2025, you know that Kara shows up and she is very much different from the Kara that we know. She's drunk, she's out partying or whatever on different planets or something. Very different Kara. Also, I think that she's younger than Clark. Has she always been younger than him? I feel like she was always older. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Clark grew up with a love and stability while Kara survived chaos and loss. The combination sets up a powerful dynamic for the future of the DCU. Now, the story is expected to follow Kara as she travels across the galaxy helping a young girl named Ruthie. Whatever her name is, she's gonna help her track down the man responsible for killing her father. Wow! That's not been told before. That means we're getting a cosmic road trip narrative with new planets, alien cultures, and a strong mentorship. Probably, type dynamic between Kara and Ruthie. Ruthie? Her name's gonna cause me to get angry. This is a major departure from the traditional Earthbound Supergirl stories. Instead of office jobs, small towns, and journalism slash internships, this version of Kara is a bit more chaotic, right? A little bit more stakes, some danger within the universes where she confronts moral dilemmas, violence, grief, and responsibility on a galactic scale. This is kind of what we technically saw a little bit of, or at least heard, come from what's her name, Captain Marvel in the Marvel series. She was kind of tackling like outside problems, but we never got to solve that because there was no Captain Marvel 2 or anything like that. But yeah, something like that, but better. The tone is expected to be serious, character driven, and deeply emotional. It will likely explore themes of survival, justice, anger, and finding purpose after trauma. Oh my god, someone needs therapy. And it's not me, this time. Millie Alcock has been confirmed as the DCU Supergirl, which we know from the movie. If you've seen her face, you know. She's best known for her roles in the House of Dragon. So she already has experience playing complex characters under extraordinary circumstances. It's a fitting choice for a character like Kara, whose journey is, defined by hardship and resilience. The tone of the movie is expected to be more grounded and more intense than most traditional superhero films. Now, with that being said, we all know that that's just Hollywood jargon, right? They say that this is going to be different than the most traditional, but really it's just going to be another story that's written in a way that kind of compounds a bunch of different genres with superhero genre and kind of make it something new-ish, I guess. Whatever the reason, whatever the purpose, it's not supposed to be bleak, it's not supposed to be hopeless, but it's going to be honest about what Kara has lived through and how it affects her interactions with the world around her, which, might be the reason why she's constantly drunk and partying. Now let's go through the major rumors and speculation surrounding the film. Here we are. There is ongoing speculation that the new DC Superman, played by David Cornsweet, may appear in the film. Now, if he does, it's likely that he may just get like a small cameo. They might even cross over between like his movie, her movie, where she was prior to the events of his movie, and then at the end where she showed up. They might have that discussion, or maybe like he has a bigger role and he may just like be around sometimes while she's on Earth. I think it's gonna be a small cameo while he's on Earth because she's gonna be on other planets doing other things. So hopefully these two movies connect though. If he does though, it would serve to establish their dynamic early in the universe, showing Kara's more hardened perspective next to Clark's idealism. Sorry. Many believe the main antagonist will be Krem of the Yellow Hills, the primary villain from the comic storyline. He is a grounded but dangerous antagonist whose actions set the plot in motion. A character like this would keep the story personal and character focused rather than relying on a cosmic supervillain, which I have to say is a much better idea. If we're going to keep it grounded technically while we're in space, then I think we need to go with a villain that's not so powerful, maybe. Someone who's just able to manipulate her in the way that somebody who has gone through traumas would be easily manipulated. There's also speculation that this film will introduce new alien races, cosmic factions, and planets that will play a major role in the DCU's future. If this is true, Supergirl could become a gateway into a larger cosmic side of the universe, something DC hasn't fully explored before, really. Everything that they've done so far is kind of earthbound, right? They had the Superman, Batman, and then the Flash, and then Aquaman, which, they had the underwater stuff, but they didn't really have anything outside the planet. So, a few rumors suggest that Lobo could appear, which, what we've heard so far is that maybe he'll appear and then we'll have, I just talked about him, Aquaman, play Lobo. So, that'd be crazy. There's also speculation that a bunch of other people who have played in the DC will come back and play a new character in the DCU. So I'm thinking that this rumor or whatever is probably likely true, especially after what James Gunn has said himself personally about getting texts, from Jason Momoa and whatnot. Anyway, this film has potential to define the tone of the DCU's cosmic storytelling. While Superman will likely be optimistic and Earth focused, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow will expand the universe outward into alien territories, interplanetary conflicts, and moral questions that can't be solved by simple heroism. It also gives the DCU something very important, a character who stands alongside Superman, but doesn't mirror him. Instead, she challenges him, balances him, and forces the DCU's heroes to look beyond Earth. In summary, the Supergirl movie looks like it will be ambitious, character focused, and visually expensive. A darker, more mature take on Kara that doesn't strip away her compassion, but acknowledges what she's survived through. It's one of the most promising projects in the new DCU, considering there aren't many that we can really talk about. One of my previous videos kind of mentioned that all we have right now in the DCU is the Superman movie and maybe a little bit of the Peacemaker to talk about. So that's why the wheels keep spinning on all this Superman controversy. But anyway, Yeah, it could redefine the character for the entire generation. And also, crypto could be in there too. Should be in there. So, yay! A girl and her dog. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Be nice to each other. Be nice to me. Show your boys some love and peace.